Good morning. It's time for another brain dump session. Brain dump. I really like that word. That's why I'm using it. Brain dump. I found out what it really means when I was searching around the internet the other day. It refers to a computer process of taking mass information storage and transferring it to another storage. So basically, it's electronically dumping the contents of a hard drive into another hard drive. It's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm sitting here talking first thing in the morning about creativity and about my life and about the people in it and the cats and the things that are going on, and that's dumping stuff out of my head into a storage unit via the camera, and then I'm uploading that to YouTube, or I'm uploading it to the internet where you guys can watch it and access the information if you want the information I have. It's not information, it's conversation. I have to really be careful about that. I've been really thinking about this whole direct address thing and vlogging and what people want to see and what people want to hear. And right now, for me, it's not about what you want to see and what you want to hear. For me, it's about having a conversation with myself, and I want to have a conversation with you too. So if you please leave some comments or, message me, get a hold of me, I'll answer questions. I'm a working artist. I'm genderqueer. I've been in a relationship for almost 14 years. Power-based, power exchange, authority-based relationship. I am a chef, and I am a whole bunch of other things. I don't fit into just one box. So there's these boxes, right? These labels that people want to have, or labels that people want to give me. And I've struggled with this all my life. Back in the day when I still identified as a lesbian, I had a friend who was like, well, don't call me a lesbian because I don't do labels. And this was 92, 93. I was like, what do you mean labels? I don't understand what you mean. And I've since spent the next 20 years trying to figure out what labels are, what they mean, and why we use them. We want to order our world. We want to call things what they are. A tree is a tree, right? So there's a tree. It's a tree. But what kind of tree is it? There's so many different kinds of trees. A saguaro cactus, some people call that a tree. It has branches. It has arms. It grows out of the ground. But it's a cactus, not a tree. Since I grew up in the Sonoran Desert, in Arizona, to me, a cactus, a saguaro cactus, is a tree. To somebody who lives in the cold, dark, wintry places where there's pine trees and big, tall things like that cover the skies, those are trees. So what's a label? Call me queer, call me genderqueer, call me trans, call me chef, call me boy. I identified as boy. I identify as a boy as well. There's a lot of names you could call me. What's my identity? What's my label? I'm a human being. I'm a creative. I cook. I'm a videographer. I'm a human being. I think that's my label. I'm a human being. What's your label? What do you like to be called? How do you identify? Are you your job? Are you the sunglasses you put on? What's your label? Are you disabled? Are you the wheelchair? Are you like me? Are you older? I'm over 50, so I'm older. So that's another label. A lot of people don't want to see older people. We get shoved in homes in over 55 communities, and we get put out of sight. I refuse to do that. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I've got a lot of life left in me. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm creating this. I'm creating this blog. I'm creating content. I'm writing. I'm releasing an artistic website. I have 4 books of poetry. Four books of poetry that I've put together myself. That are my books, my poetry. 2 chapbooks and 2 full lengths. And if you want a copy of them, leave me a comment and I will get a hold of you and we can have a conversation, because they're really good books and they're really good poetry, and all of my friends have always said, wow, you're such an amazing poet. And I am. So I'm a poet too. I was an angry lesbian poet for a long time. If you watch some of the poetry on this channel, that's stuff when I was really, really angry. And I still get angry. I have an issue with anger. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. Because I'm not an angry lesbian poet anymore. I am a genderqueer poet who's trying to find my voice within my genderqueer material, which I started writing a few years ago, and I haven't found that voice yet. I don't know how to talk about it, because the biggest thing in the community is transitioning. So when I search for genderqueer, I get a lot of people who are transitioning. I'm not transitioning. I'm two-spirit. I'm not transitioning. I'm fluid. I'm gender fluid. I'm genderqueer, but I'm also gender fluid. So fluid means I kind of slide across the bar. So there's another term for you. There's another label. One of the reasons I love South Park is they just bust all the labels. They bust all the conventions. They really go all out on it. And I've watched South Park since I first encountered it. I think I caught it in its infancy, and it's the second year. And I know so many people who are like, oh, South Park. Absolutely adore it. There were a couple of seasons that wasn't so great, but just because it does that, it messes with our neatly ordered society. Tree, cat, dog, house, car, job. I'm a chef, and that was my job for a long time, but I'm more than that. I'm a poet, but I'm more than that. I am in a same-sex relationship. I am more than the relationship. The relationship isn't everything in my life. It is very, extremely important, but it's not everything. They mean a lot to me. They mean a whole lot to me. So don't get me wrong. I'm very into my relationship. We never did the whole put your Facebook names together, put your names together on Facebook. I have a bunch of friends who did that. It's like, oh, we're in a relationship, so our names are our Facebook page. No. No. I have an identity. My spouse has an identity. Labels. That's today's brain dump. Make of it what you will. Leave me some comments down below, or leave me some comments when you can. Subscribe to this channel for more like this. You want daily vlogs? You want a daily brain dump? I'm pointing at you. I'm sorry. If you want a daily brain dump, please subscribe to me. Like me over on Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, Instagram. I do have a Pinterest. I don't use it that often, but I do have a Pinterest. You can't click the social media icons, but at Johnnie Gale everywhere. And at Kitchen Shaman for my cooking stuff. I got a new guacamole video out, so go give that some love. Go subscribe to that channel too. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.